You know what time it was when you hit play? Don't be acting brand new. That's that Bull Run Bourbon Barrel Aged Coffee from Cascadia. Northwest owned. Oh, and I do this, it's a butter cookie creamer. Wow, is it really that dark? Oh, I can't do it again. Dang it! I was gonna do nighttime, daytime, nighttime. Okay, I can't do that because this phone is an LG. It has a personality, and it's never good. Not a true story though. I really do love LG as far as TVs. See, nighttime, daytime, nighttime. Good morning. So I had a blast playing with my best friend last night. There's this dance that I still can't do, like, without laughing. It's on Fortnite, and it's just the dumbest little thing. It keeps cracking me up. Like, just thinking about it cracks me up. I forget what it was. It's like, do you dance? The guy's like just barely moving, left and right. And it's so stupid, it's hilarious. But we were cracking up last night. In fact, he got this one, it's a dance based on a song by Bruno Mars, a recent song, but it sounds old school, and I love that. But yeah, he was doing that dance, I was doing this one, and it was just so corny. Right on top of the person we just killed. Like we just knocked out a team. It was pretty freaking cool. His son, though, is a beast at Fortnite. But yeah, what I was thinking about this morning is Serenity. What is Serenity? Well, it's tea with Seren. Serenity is, at least we all have a different definition, and that's what's so unique about Serenity. We have different conditions, but we also have different definitions. So for me, Serenity, it's kind of being out in this farm. It's having the dogs around. I wish I wasn't always in such a hurry to get everything done. Like, I'm not going to go into a rant and nothing like that, but I will say that I'm used to picking up the pieces other people drop. It's old. But out here, I get to create. The grove. A little section around the fire pit with all those new trees and bushes planted. This bad boy right here, which is a quince. It's a pineapple quince. Then we got white leaves. And all of these are going to have not white leaves, but white blossoms, white and pink. And then we've got some down there too. See that guy? He's about to blow. Like, oh my God. But it's a very peaceful place out here, and I also always have work to do. Today I've got to add another 3 inches, that's what she said, to the dirt that we just laid for horticulture. So, yay! I get to do stuff. No, it's moving dirt, and the dirt's wet, and that's kind of a hill to climb with a wheelbarrow. And I've got plants to plant. I've got to plant at least, I think it's 4 or 5 lavender plants in the back area, just so when people are sitting by the chimney overlooking the fire pit between the, pink lemonade blueberry bushes. Like, seriously, this is picturesque. Like, the way that we're designing it and what I'm going to be doing. So check this out. We've got a path. And I mentioned this in another video, right? This path on the outside is going to be that type of light blue grass that looks like it's almost translucent from a distance. You know, the really light blue grass. But how's it going to get sun? It's a path in the middle of a forest. What? Well, the sun is going to be provided by the optical illusion at night. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna do the black light. I'm gonna try that out first and get some blue fugu. I'm not gonna try to pronounce it, even though I just did. But I want to test out, okay, how does the refraction come when you use a UV light LED or you use a black light LED? Because it's all got to be LED. Why? Because I'm running cord from there, underground, oh, we're still going, underground, boom, that's the entrance right there by all that wood. That's the entrance to the path. Going around this. I'm going to be buying a lot of wire, and I need to get a good pick. And I'm going to be getting a decent amount of PVC, which is why I'm going to test everything out first and make sure, like, I'm going to be lighting the chimney, and then I'm going to let it die down so I can see if the effect works. I hope so. I really do. But I'm going to be trying it under multiple different conditions just to make sure. But no matter what, the lavender is going boom. You see that little arch right there? It's leading up, down, and boom, right there the lavender is going. And we're doing Spanish because it has a lot more purple blossoms, which, seeing it from kind of the angle you were seeing and just the fire pit and all that right there, it has a good ambiance. And I'm just showing you this one section. Check this out. So I'm creating a point and click video game. Just a stupid old style one, like 1980s-esque storytelling game. But I'm using Lebanon. Like the drive up and down where my house is. Or farm. Or the farm. So, it's going to be cool. Because, I mean, you have literally 4 seasons in the same day if you're driving in and out of Lebanon. Not joking. In fact, it's a little bit creepy. But no, it's picturesque out here. And I'm actually working to get some business owners. And I really think this town should be branded. Like, this is the perfect time for branding. Yeah, it's the perfect size. And you have the right motivation and the right motif. I mean, seriously, the motif for enchanted countryside. Oh, yes. Yes, gimme. I want it. I want to be the marketing guy that does it. Yeah, no joke. And what's funny is, if my marketing peers, and I do call them peers. Why? Because I got a degree. Deal with it. But I've pulled off some stuff that's very impressive on an extremely low budget. That's one thing I specialize in, is low budget marketing and branding solutions. More specifically branding than marketing. Because these days you have to get really creative, but I'm also really creative. Because let's say this channel reaches over 10,000 subscribers, right? On just the content you've been seeing. This is from digging stuff. On just the content you've seen, if I reach 10,000 subscribers, that means there's more than just my content about going on here. Meaning I've gained a little bit of fame. So, if I've gained a little bit of fame, then don't you think it might be engineered since I'm autistic? Y'all have already forgotten in this video that I'm autistic, didn't you? And that's kind of the point. I've been hiding in plain sight forever. Forever, never. Ever, never, never, never. Look at this. Check this out. Check this out. Oh, we're walking. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Oh my God, it's a swamp. I'm sure some kid's going to do that, but I love this. And we've got little things like this all around. Just little bit, not. And I'm walking over here to our third pond. But no, just got to clear through here, but I'm not going to clear it all. I'm going to create walkways. I'm still going to leave the mystery of what's around the next corner. Because I kid you not, for 8 acres, the ability to walk around this property is like, it feels much, much bigger than 8 acres. Really much bigger. And that's just with the stuff we've cleared. It's freaking awesome. But Serenity is having a project, being able to work on that project in peace. I've got so much salt and pepper now. If you look at my older videos and you look at the date, just go back a year. Just 1 year. And you tell me how different I look. I fully understand why Obama walked in with black hair and walked out with white. I mean, seriously, he walked out looking like Morgan Freeman. And that's Morgan Freeman on a bad day. I know that was cruel, but I freaking love Obama. Just for the simple fact that we've already seen Trump handle criticism. He handles it like a child. And he handles it replying at a 3rd grade reading level. Then Obama, he got hit left, right, left, right, left, 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 right, 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 left, right, left, right, and he took more hits than Ali and still kept going. But he did so just like Ali. I mean, seriously, politically, he was a boxer, and he was handling it. Because he maintained decorum, he still got stuff done, he crossed the aisle, and he maintained across the aisle in many cases. That man owned his 2 terms. And so did Michelle. I mean, the first lady and man, they really impressed a lot of people, especially around the world. That's why they're so respected. They were facing ridicule and disparagement, and I mean, just openly too, like hugely disrespectful. Like, if you go back in the past, there are a lot of Republican leaders that most Republicans today, if they re-saw it and said, hey, I'm a frog, and frog in boiling water, you know how they could slowly boil themselves? That's kind of what's been happening with the Republican Party. It's been tainted left and right. And I'm not going to get political. I didn't mean to do that. My heart breaks for the Republican Party because I'm old school. I believe in the old school values of investing, baby. Putting it into infrastructure, getting a little extra done. Not for the corporations, for the people. Back what they used to stand for. Loving it. At least I love what I used to be. See, talking about, like, visualizing politics, history, all of that. That's a level of serenity for me. And then you got, bam, how you doing? Look at you, look at you. That's an apple tree, baby. Apple trees, pear trees, plum trees. Yeah, I think we got a pair. But doing things around the farm, growing things, that is my peace. In fact, let's say this book or my next invention or the next project after that or the video game. All of which, and not the Lebanon video game, like, this is one that everyone's going to want to play. And everyone, after you beat the game, you'll feel better about yourself. And I say that with full confidence, everyone. Everyone. And that took one heck of a bit of engineering to get that storyline down to where it would actually flow. Now it's just a matter of maintaining the sprites and graphics and all of that. And then dictating the rules of the gameplay. Because I've already figured them out. Now it's just taking all of that planning and putting it into action. I spent the last couple years working on this one. But it will be a masterpiece. At least it'll be the best that I could possibly humanly do. And I'm going to throw my all into it. I got to knock this book and my agenda right now out first for autism. There's a group I was about to apologize to saying, you know what, it's going to have to wait just a little bit. I got to knock out autism first. I'll get to you. Of course, for this group, that's what everybody said. Man, I've been in front of a computer too long. My arms are getting tired because I'm at an awkward angle most days. And it's my fault. I did it to myself. But I'm engineering this property. You know what's funny though? Is when we light a fire in that fire pit over there. Way over there. Okay, this tree, that quince that I planted over there, and those trees, come on, here we go. The closest tree you see right in front of you, and then it forms a line. So it forms the outside of the eye, which the quince just finished. It's on the other side of the greenhouse. And then in the center, you have the pupil. And when you go a little bit wider, guess what? You got the outline of the eye all the way through. Now, some of this already existed. I just made use of it. I visualized and I made it happen. But I'm engineering stuff. Now, my engineering nature, oh, you better believe your sweet tail. Why? Look at this. Look at this. You got the female kiwi. You got the male kiwi. They're going to come up to the archway I'm going to build, meet in the middle, and have babies. Like, come on. As an adult, isn't that kind of a little bit, just tiny bit romantic? Cool in a nature kind of way? Like, seriously, let's be real. If you were there with your significant other, you saw that, you'd be like, oh, even for just half a second, right? Come on. Like, let's just be real. And one thing I was trying to do too, and I'm going to get it. I'm going to put another tree on the other side. This, right along that driveway. I'm going to put one just outside of where the water drains. Kind of see it right there. It's going to be more towards the center of the screenshot. But right now, we've got light pink blossom. We've got maroon blossom. We've got green blossom. We've got white blossom. I want a hot pink or purple. I want a tree that has blossoms that are hot pink or purple. It fits the motif. It fits the flow. I got these little bushes too. In fact, I'll show you. I'll show you real quick. It's 17 minutes and I'm just going to talk with you. So look at these little purple things, right? Check this. I told you I'm going for the enchanted feel, right? So these blueberries are going to go to their own thing. This goji right here, I'm going to be handling that one. In fact, I've got 3 gojis, and they're going to go with the sofa. But you see them little purple things right there? Uh-huh. They get really big, and they are going on the other side, right along that pathway. You can see one sticking out right there, right in the center, kind of giving you the finger from the cement. Yeah, it kind of looks like a zombie trying to give you the finger. So, I've got 4 more purple zombies that are going to give the finger. And as they spread out, they're going to add a nice little drive barrier with purple and green and dark leaves. Like, it's enchanted, baby. I'm going for the whole motif because once you get here after, I figure this year to next year, we should have, this time next year, some pretty decent growth. Which means you should have a really good idea just coming over here what everything's going to look like the next year after. Because we're going to have a privacy barrier. I'll give you an example. The way I engineered the grove, because the grove only had a fire pit. And I'm just like, dude, I got this. And, excuse me. So I engineered the grove to where there's a different type of fruit all the way around it, except for the pink lemonade, because I saw pink lemonade blueberries. I'm like, oh wait, I got early season all day long. Let me get some late season harvest. So I got those. I got like 8 of them. But the grove, when everything's grown in the next 2 years, just in the next 2 years, what's going to happen is you could drive by on the street. You won't be able to tell. You won't be able to see inside the grove. And you could be in the house, like on the little breezeway right here that you're seeing. You won't be able to see inside the grove. You could be up there with the mini lake that we have, and you still can't see inside the grove. So visually, you could be and nobody would know. And it would be open in nature. You would be blocked from everybody else, and unless they start walking over. And I mean, that's kind of the idea. This is being designed for romance, a little bit of spookiness at night. I mean, come on. Who the hell hasn't watched a horror movie with somebody else on a date? Like, there's a reason we do that, okay? There's a reason we get that adrenaline rush. I'm just providing a little extra incentive. You know what I'm talking about? A little enchanted, family friendly. At the same time, adults know it's like Shrek. It's like going into the Shrek world. Only like the neighbor, like, kind of like over there. Hi, Mr. Johnson. Okay, good day, Mr. Johnson. Kind of like that. No, engineering things makes me happy. Solving problems, engineering solutions, it genuinely brings me serenity. I mean, you can actually see my face brighten up, and that doesn't happen too often anymore. But I love nature and I love engineering, so I decided to put two and two together. And then, since I couldn't serve in the Marines reliably, I can serve former Marines. Well, you're never a former Marine, but I can serve those who served us, which is what I'm doing with farm engineering to a macro deployment and homelessness while also benefiting GDP. That's right. Solving homelessness doesn't have to cost the country. It can make money. You just gotta be creative enough. And you gotta have enough knowledge. I handle mine. And I'm about to handle it whether or not you guys help me or not. I got this. I've done it so far. I engineer very complex things and moving parts as they're moving. So y'all stay safe. Happy Sunday. I'm gonna get me some serenity.